Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to the temple and to our Blue Jeans Shabbat. We begin our service as we sing together, Hinei Matov Umanaim, how good and how pleasant it is to celebrate Shabbat here together.
Hinei Matov Umanaim, Shevet Amim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Shevet Amim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov, Hinei Matov, Ya la 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 la. Hinei Matov, Hinei Matov, Ya la 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 la. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Ya la 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 la. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Shevet Amim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Shevet Amim Gam Yachad. Hinei Matov Umanaim, Shevet Amim Gam Yachad.
Tomorrow morning, Sophia Hughes will become a bat mitzvah, and she's going to do a great job, I can tell you that. No need to be nervous. And I'm going to invite Sophia and her parents to lead us in the blessing over the candles and the fruit of the vine. Please turn to page 2 for the blessing over the candles. You can use the candle.
I gave him knowledge of this. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lechadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hail us with mitzvah, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lihadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we turn to page 5 for the blessing over the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Berei pri hagathim. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu v'shabbat kodsho, v'hava uvratzon hinhilanu, zikaron lama'aseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom tehila mikraye kodesh, zachar v'tziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'harta v'otenu kidashta mikol ha'amim. V'shabbat kodshecha, v'hava uvratzon hinhilanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Makodesh HaShabbat.
Kivanu v'karta miotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim. V'shabbat kodshecha v'hava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadosh HaShabbat. Amen.
And we have some birthday blessings. If your birthday happens to be in the month of May and you're under the age of 13, please come here to the bima, to the pulpit. I know of at least 3 that have a birthday, so don't be shy. If you have a birthday, please come.
Come on up.
Everyone is shy?
Now I'm hearing someone behind me say there's a special treat if you come
Yeah,
up.
there is a crown
wanna
and
pass
some
up on the
chocolate to those who...
All of a sudden, people whose birthday it isn't are going to run up here. You're 13?
I'm from Maine, but I don't think I'm 13.
No, you don't pass.
Let's see here. There we go.
There's one brave soul, but I know that there's more. I'm not going to name names because I don't want to embarrass anyone.
There we go.
So stay here, don't go yet. And we say to you, Mazal Tov, which means good luck and congratulations. And we say to you, Arachamanu yechadesh alechem et hashana azu letova u'livracha. May our God, the merciful one, renew this year for goodness and for a blessing. And we say to you, Ad me'ah ve'esrim, may you live to be at least 120 and always feel like you know more than 20. And you'll appreciate one day that blessing. And we want to sing for you Yom Holedet Sameach as you're going to get some chocolate.
Yom Holedet Sameach, Yom Holedet Sameach, Yom Holedet Sameach, Yom Holedet Sameach.
And many more as we turn to page 20 to sing together Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi, likrot kala, lini Shabbat, nikabla. Lecha dodi, likrot kala, lini Shabbat, nikabla. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom u'mivorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom u'mivorach.
Please rise as we turn to page 28 for the Baruch.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, forcefully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ama'ariv Aravim. And we turn to page 34 for the calling of the Shema. Please be seated.
And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you on this day shall be upon your heart, shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
And we read together on the top of page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. And we turn to page 40 to sing together מי כמוך. Turn to the bottom of page 43. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Shabbat
we turn to page 46 for the tefillah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, God of our fathers and mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, and God of Leah, the great, mighty, and awesome God, transcendent God, who bestows loving kindness, creates everything out of love, remembers the love of our fathers and mothers, and brings redemption to their children's children for the sake of the divine name. Sovereign deliverer, helper, and shield, blessed are you, Adonai, Sarah's helper, Abraham's shield. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. You are forever mighty, Adonai, you give life to all. You rain dew upon us. You sustain life through love, giving life to all, through great compassion, supporting the falling, healing the sick, freeing the captive, keeping faith with those who sleep in the dust. Who is like you, source of mighty acts? Who resembles you, a sovereign who takes and gives life, causing deliverance to spring up and faithfully giving life to all? Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated as we turn to page 61 to read together the prayer for shalom, for peace and wellness and wholeness. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, or external source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Shalom Ra Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
we take a moment for a silent prayer. The Misha Berach, the prayer for courage and healing and strength, is on page 253. We think of those among us that need healing and courage and strength. And as we name our loved ones, our friends and family members who need healing and courage and strength, we sing together Misha Berach.
The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
We begin this week a new book in the Torah. It's called the Book of Numbers in English and Bamidbar in Hebrew. Bamidbar means in the wilderness or in the desert, or sometimes in the land that doesn't really belong to anyone and belongs to everyone at the same time. Obviously, it's not the same name in the English and in the Hebrew. The English name makes sense in a lot of ways because this book has a lot of numbers in it. We have counting of the people's census after census, and it's a big issue in the book, who is counted, who is not counted. I'm not going to talk about it because we have the Bat Mitzvah student of tomorrow giving a brilliant speech and teaching us about being counted or not being counted and what that means. There's something else about here, and that is the difference between the name in the Hebrew and the name in the English. Usually the names of books in the Hebrew go by the first or second word in the book. So the first book in the Hebrew, it's called Bereshit, in the beginning, or the book of beginnings, and it's because it begins, Bereshit bara Elohim, in the beginning, or you can translate it differently, I guess, but in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. The book we just finished, Vayikra, which means God called or He called, begins with the word Vayikra, Vayikra Adonai el Moshe. The book of Exodus, it's the second word, okay? Elu Shmot, the book of names. The book of Deuteronomy, it's the second word also, but it's always the first or the second word. Here it's not even the fifth word. It's some place at the verse. So the rabbis who chose the name Bamidbar in the wilderness obviously had a statement here. And there's something in this book about the wilderness. We are, as you all know, wandering for 40 years in the wilderness, and 39 years are in this book. Even though there are 4 books that are telling the story of the Exodus from Egypt, this book begins in the 2nd year that we are in the wilderness and ends when we are almost entering the land of Israel. And as you all know, in the Torah, we never get to enter. You have to go to Joshua, which is post the Torah, in order to enter the land of Israel. So that would be one reason, but that's not enough. And the rabbis are pondering and pondering and pondering, why do we call the book in the desert? I mean, a lot is happening in the book, which is in the desert, in the wilderness, but in many ways, and you have to come and hear Sophia for that, Numbers makes maybe more sense. But there is one reason that the rabbis are giving, which is just an amazing reason and an amazing message. They're saying the wilderness is no man's land. And in the wilderness, Bamidbar, the most important event in our history, in our tradition, happens. Sinai. God gives us the Torah. And it actually makes no sense for God to give us the Torah in the wilderness, in no man's land. Every nation begins its story in its own land. And we have a promised land. We have Israel. So why couldn't God wait till we arrive in Israel and give us the Torah in Israel? It would make the connection between the land and the people just like any other normal nation. Well, the rabbis are saying we are not a normal nation. We are a special people, and God gives us the Torah in the wilderness to say actually the opposite. You're not that special as a people. The Torah is given to you. The Torah means teaching, with all its teaching, with all its lessons, with all its values, but it's given to you in a place that doesn't belong to you, that belongs to everyone, which means anyone else that wants a share in the teaching of Adonai our God, anyone else that wants a share in the connection between the Israelites and God is invited. The message of this book is what we call today radical inclusiveness. Everyone is included. It's not just for you. It's not just about you. Shabbat Shalom.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Hashivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashivenu, Lishalom. V'ha'amidenu, Shomrei lech l'chaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha. Hashivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashivenu, Lishalom. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Lishalom. Let there be love and understanding among a shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
We rise as we turn to page 283 for the Aleinu. Please join me as we read together in the middle of the page. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else. We continue together on the top of page 287. Please join me. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד ושמו אחד. It has been said Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one, and God's name will be one.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Jose Maza, Henry Berg Brousseau, David Sean Bailey, Philip J. Levy, Sophia Zlatina, Sarah Myers, Ivan Howard, Eleanor Hyman, Florence Heimson, Philip Sherman, Arthur Sobel, Bernice Hildebrand, Florence R. Sales, Henrietta Silk, Anna Simon, Stanley Barron, Larry Gross, Edwin Kerman, Sharon Kessel, David C. Rosenberg, Max Klein, Samuel Klein, Sadie P. Temas, Edith Maxine Gasser, Evelyn Jacobs, Clara Weiner, Jack Udin, Edith Cohen, Sarah Rebecca Davis, Harry Klein, Abraham Weintraub. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. And with the blessed memories from our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה, may the memory of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction. Amen. Our closing song is Od Yavo Shalom. May the shalom, the peace and wellness come. And it's on what page?
It's on page 353.
353.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us in the oneg. There are baked goods from the women of Reform Judaism, and there are handmade popsicles that you have not tasted such popsicles. Please say Shabbat Shalom to someone you do not know, and to those you do know, Shabbat Shalom.